What's up guys, it's Lee here from Bleeped Up Productions, and today, of all days, is another Coventry career mode video here on FIFA 14, and this is episode 28, the finale, part 1, because part 2 is a little bit special, and that's next week, but we're going to go into the final couple of games this season. But anyway guys, if you are joining me, just thank you for dropping by and checking out this content. If you want to click the thumbnail on the screen right now, you can watch it all the way from episode 1. Obviously we're on episode 28, so you have a lot to catch up on, but we'll still be going. If you're returning as normal, thank you very much for your support. It's much appreciated, and thank you for coming back to this Coventry career mode. Guys, if you want to drop a like in the description below, that'll be much appreciated to give this series a lot more exposure. And also, if you fully enjoyed the whole of this series, it would be awesome if you could smash those thumbs up down in the description. But anyway, let's get started with this episode. And unfortunately, this is what happens. We had another game in hand, but unfortunately, the footage got corrupted. So unfortunately, we won that game, but this is where it gets quite interesting. Manchester United were on 73 points, and they won their last 3, and are now on 82 points. They're 3 points behind us, but we still have a game in hand and we have a better goal advantage. But as you can see, Manchester United decided to wake up and actually start playing some football, kind of like in real life. Or is that too soon for, you know, the likes of, you know, the Di Marias and the Van Gaals there? But I don't know. That's a whole debate for another story. But anyway, we're going to keep going in this episode, and we're up against Wolves for our first. And I'm going to praise the boys because we won the last game, and we need to keep on winning because Manchester are hot on our heels. So this is game 37 of the Barclays Premier League against Wolverhampton.
Welcome to EA Sports live coverage of the Barclays Premier League. It's Coventry City against Wolverhampton Wanderers. Let's head straight off to Coventry and your commentary team of Martin Tyler and Alan Smith.
Hi there again, Martin Tyler here. Alan Smith's alongside me, and it's Barclays Premier League action for you. Well, there's quite an edge, isn't there, I think, to the rivalry between these two teams. I think we're going to see a match of real passion as well as skill. The stories in the papers this week have been about possibly him announcing his retirement. Alan, what do you make of that?
Well, it's his decision. I mean, you are a long time retired and you don't want to make a premature judgment.
So as you can see, we're starting from the kickoff, so something amazing must happen. So we'll pick up the highlights here, and EB here just does a great outward ball to Antonio, and he's going to cut in and keep going, and he finds John Fleck, who then finds Ryan Gold, and Ryan Gold buries it on the 3rd minute. Look at that passing play. It is just delightful. What a finish by the youngster. He is going to become an absolute brutal star for us as you keep seeing the highlights of his goal. But anyway, we'll pick up the action here, and as you can see, Adams is got the ball, and Adams is just going to keep going, and he keeps going because that's what he's been doing this season. And John Fleck plays in Antonio, and Antonio has a shot, but it comes straight out to EB, and look at that, guys. On the 9th minute, we are 2-0 up, and that is his 23rd goal in all competitions. This guy cannot stop scoring, and neither can Negredo, which is fantastic for us. But as you can see, we are 2-0 up, and the next highlight is here on the 30th minute, and as you can see, Negredo does a great over-the-top ball to Jordan Eby, and he's going to keep going, and he volleys that, but the keeper makes a fantastic save. But it comes out to John Fleck, who's just going to keep possession a little bit, and he finds Kabai, who has a shot, but it is blocked wide for a corner, and as you can see, that hit him right in the chin. What a solid player he is. But anyway, from the following corner, we have a fantastic header which is cleared off the line, and Negredo gets to the 2nd attempt of it, and as you can see, on the 41st minute, we have scored another goal, making it 3-0. And as you can see, what a finish by Negredo, and that's his 27th goal in all competitions, guys. That is just a ridiculous number. But as you can see, we go into half-time with a 3-0 lead, which I'm really, really happy with because we are absolutely dominating Wolves at home. And as you can see, here's Wolves with a rare attack. And John O'Hart actually finds Madden here, who then passes it out wide to Sigurdsson, which goes to no avail. But John Fleck eventually clears, and EB unleashes gold, and we have a fantastic opportunity here. As you can see, we are currently just flying, and what a ball that is. But unfortunately, Wolves cut it out, and it is cleared. But as you can see, we were catching Wolves on the counter, and as you can see, Negrete goes over the top to Jordan Eby, and Jordan Eby is going to do what he does best and have a shot and score. This guy is a scoring machine, and look, as you can see, on the 59th minute, it makes us 4-0 up, and he has scored 24 goals in all competitions. Not bad for a player who we bought for just over £1 million. Not too shabby, I must say so myself. But here we go, we've got John Fleck, who does a delightful ball to Kabai, who then has a shot, but it is parried. But look who's there again for his hat-trick in this game, guys. It is Eby. What a beast Jordan Eby is, and that makes it 5-0 to the good to Coventry at home. Oh, it feels fantastic. And as you can see, with the multiple replays, he sent the keeper the wrong way, and he is happy with that finish. And here we go, on the 84th minute, we'll pick up the highlights here, and John Fleck cuts inside and finds Eby again, and Eby's just going to cut outside, and he finds Frank Musa, and Frank Musa cuts inside, and now he buries a goal in the bottom corner on the 86th minute to make it a ridiculous score. And as you can see, he is just going crazy, and that basically sums up what we knew from the last episode, that we have won the Barclays Premier League. The guys are ecstatic, they are so happy, and so am I, in our second season in the Barclays Premier League. After all the promotions that we've done, and then finishing 6th, and now finishing in the top of the Premier League, is just such an accomplishment to me, and to accomplishment to the boys, and it's just so fantastic. I kid you not, it is just, oh, I'm just over the moon with it. And as you can see, the city of Coventry, well, actually, we'll be playing in Northampton, but I'm going to say this is Coventry. Absolutely ecstatic. And as you can see, the guys are loving every minute of this. And as you can see, the fireworks and the confetti are just making it even more amazing. And we're soon going to pick up the trophy, which we do, which is with Adams and Eby, and we lift it, and we are crowned Barclays Premier League champions. Fantastic. What a feeling that is for the boys, and I'm so happy for all of them. Because we deserve this, and we've been playing really well, and we've had probably the best keeper and the best forwards in the Premier League by far. But anyway, here we go, guys, the final game, and look who it is against. It is against Manchester United. They've just missed out on the title, and now they have to play us after winning 6-0 against Wolverhampton. So I decided to praise the boys, but look what David Moyes says. Just before the match, he says, speaking to the press ahead of the game with Coventry, David Moyes recalled the draw the teams had in their previous encounter this season. We did well in that game, he recalled. If we'd have taken one of the chances we created, then we would have won that game. The team have been looking really sharp in training this week, and they're definitely buzzing for this game. So I've got every confidence that we will go one better and beat Coventry City this time. And that is some powerful words. So you know what, I decided to come back with my own little bit of greatness, and I decided to say, in the pre-match press conference, McAlpin, that is me, was full of praise for Coventry City. We're a club that's shown we can play at the top of this league, and we will continue to do so, including our upcoming match against Man United, said the Coventry manager. Take that, David Moyes. I just took a salmon and I hit it in your face. Enough said. And this is going to be the final game of the Barclays Premier League. It is game 38, and it is against Manchester United.
Welcome to EA Sports live coverage of the Barclays Premier League. Today it's Manchester United against Coventry City. So without further ado, let's cross straight to Old Trafford. Here's your commentary team, Martin Tyler and Alan Smith.
Alan Smith is with me, I'm Martin Tyler. Delighted to have your company for this match today.
Well, given how late we are in the season now, Martin, it could almost be a title decider, this one, between first and second. Looking forward to an enthralling contest. They've given us so much so far, hoping for more here.
And we'll pick up our first highlight here, and as you can see, John Fleck is just going to keep on going, and he's just going to keep going because he's just an absolute tank, and he crosses it, and look who's there. Look who's there. It is Negredo. What a player he is. He is a scoring machine. Oh, the guy is just amazing. But we'll pick up the action here, and what a through ball that is to Negredo again, and he has an effort, and it goes straight to De Gea, and Ryan Gould unfortunately couldn't get on the end of that rebound. But as you can see, we were all over Man United with a bit of a wasteful shot there by Antonio, but what a through ball it was over the top. But here we go again. As you can see, the over-the-top balls were killing Man United, and we were just getting tons and tons of possession. And here we go, we get another cross in, and luckily they defend it, but it comes out to Ryan Gould, whose shot is blocked, and they eventually clear. So much for Man United, you know, putting on pressure, as David Moyes would say. But here we go, we got a rare attack by Man United, but as you can see, we were just solid in the midfield, and even our forwards were tracking back and making it a nightmare for Man United. But here we go, we'll pick up the ball here, and what a delightful over-the-top ball there, but goes to no avail. And here we go, a free kick for Man United. And that's 3 points to the good, because that was miles over the bar. But here we go. Man United actually did put on some pressure towards the end of the half. And as you can see, they're playing some beautiful football. But look at our defence becoming up big. Coming up big, so big in some critical areas to make us go into half-time with a 1-0 lead. And I am super, super happy with how we are playing. So, we'll pick up the highlights here on the 50th minute. And as you can see, Antonio is causing all sorts of problems as he's been doing all season. He cuts inside, and he just keeps going. And he keeps going. And he has a shot which is eventually blocked. But Antonio has just been such a breath of fresh air for us on the right-hand side there. But here we go, we'll pick up the action, and Man United are actually through with a phenomenal through ball. But as you can see, Jordan Clark, what a tackle that was to dispossess Man United from possibly getting an equaliser. And as you can see, look who's going. Cabaye. Cabaye is just going. The 31-year-old, look at him go. He's just ran the whole of the field. Can he score? It is a save by De Gea, but what a run by the beast Cabaye. What a buy he has been for us this season. 5.5 million in the January transfer window, and gosh, money well spent. But here we go. We'll pick up the action here, and Antonio again dispossesses and finds Jordan Eby with a delicious through ball. And look at the beast. He has scored on the 68th minute. And look at that taunt as well. He's telling the Manchester United fans, can you hear me now? What a player, and what a finish past De Gea that is by Eby. And we'll pick up the highlights here, and as you can see, Man United are just going to keep the ball a bit too cautiously in the back, and they find Ryan Gould, but Ryan Gould hits the post. Could have been 3-0, could have got the young man on the score seat. What a through ball by Negredo, and what a strike by Ryan Gould, but it hits the post unfortunately, and it is staying at 2-0. So here we go, we'll pick up the action here on the 83rd minute, and as you can see, what a cross that is. But our defence comes up big once more, and Antonio is just going to run that clear, because that's what he's been doing all season when we've got on the counter. And as you can see, we win the game 2-0. So, in your face, Man United, enough said. But as you can see, look at this, because we won the Barclays Premier League, we have an extra £13.6 million in our kitty. Now, the funniest thing about FIFA is that money does not continue onto the next year. So, you know what? I decided to spend it on some scouts, because we actually need to get decent scouts if we want to continue. You know, in real life, you actually want to get scouts to get decent young players, because we've got a decent core now. We've got a couple of really good young players that are still quite young. We can add to that young core, which will be fantastic. But as you can see, here is the Barclays Premier League as it finishes. Whew. Coventry City, top of the table with 91 points. Manchester United gets second with 82, Spurs finish third with 73, Chelsea finish fourth with 73, and Arsenal finish fifth with 72. And then it goes Liverpool, Man City, both of them with powerhouse teams. Like, you've seen them on this thing. Liverpool have Benzema, Modric, and I think they have Danny. And Man City with, you know, Falcao, Benteke, Ozil, for goodness sake, and they still couldn't break into the top 5. That is unbelievable. Then it is Everton. Then it is Fulham finishing in 9th. That is a good season for Fulham. Then it's followed by Aston Villa, Southampton, West Brom finished 12th. That's really good for them. Sunderland as well finished 13th. Cardiff finished 14th. Then it's Newcastle, West Ham, and Stoke City. I would have thought Stoke would be a little bit higher with the squad that they have. But then the three that are going to get relegated are Norwich, Wolverhampton, and Leicester. We knew it was going to be quite tight at the bottom between, you know, Norwich and Stoke to see which one stays up, and Stoke literally just survive, which is good news for Stoke fans, very good news, but unfortunately for Norwich, it's not going to be a season they want to remember, and especially Leicester. Look at that, 8 points out of 38 games. That's pretty embarrassing. But anyway, here we go. We've got a squad report. I just want to finish this episode off with a really strong squad report and also like the top scorers and the top assists and stuff like that. So here we go. We have our keeper, Ondua. Look at that. He is ranked at the moment 75 overall at the age of 21. And he's had, wow, look at that. In the Barclays Premier League, he's had 37 appearances and 19 clean sheets. What an absolute beast. And look at that. 10 games in the Champions League, or Champions Cup as it says on here. Out of 10 games, he got 7 clean sheets. Unbelievable. What a goalkeeper we have set for the future here at Coventry. Next, it is Christie, and as you can see, he is overall at the moment playing at 76. He's made 37 appearances in the Barclays Premier League, and look, he's got 1 goal, 1 assist, and 19 clean sheets. In the Champions League, he only got 1 assist, but 7 clean sheets, and you know, that's pretty solid for a right back. I do like Christie. Our next is Traore, our beefy centre-back, playing at an overall of 75, which is fantastic. He's aged 22, so he is going to get even better with age. As you can see, he played 31 games in the Barclays Premier League. He scored 2 goals and got 16 clean sheets. And in the Champions Cup, he played 9 games and had 7 clean sheets, which is pretty good for a centre-back of all. And here it is. Look at the man himself, the Rock next to Traore, Jordan Clark, playing overall at a 75 at 25 years old. He played 37 appearances in the Barclays Premier League, scored 1 goal, got 1 assist and 19 clean sheets. He played in the Champions League 10 times and got 7 clean sheets. So another great performance by our centre-back. Even though he's a right back, I play him at centre-back because I do think he suits it there because he's actually quite quick. Next is our flying left back, Blair Adams. What a player he is. You've seen it in multiple episodes. He just seems to bomb it down the wings, which is hilarious. He gets more forward than EB and Negredo at some points. And Blair Adams, anyway, has 74 as his final rating overall. He made 37 appearances in the Barclays Premier League, scored 1 goal, had 5 assists and 19 clean sheets. He got 1 assist in the Champions League with playing 10 games and 7 clean sheets. So again, our defense did really well this season. Next is our newest signing, Antonio. He joined us from Sheffield Wednesday this season, and look at this. He played 34 games, 6 goals, 6 assists, and 16 clean sheets. He played in 10 of our Champions League games, which is all 10. He scored 1 goal, and he got 7 clean sheets. So not bad for a player that we just got for free, really, because we just had to buy him off Sheffield Wednesday with that lovely thing of, we'll upgrade your contract if you join us next season. So not bad at all for a player that has just come in and become quite a solid rock for us here at Coventry. Next is the Messiah, the beast from the East, the French revolutionary himself, Yohan Cabaye, playing overall at 84. He's valued at 6.5 million. We got him for 5.5. He's 31 years old. He made 38 appearances in the Barclays Premier League, some obviously for Newcastle, but overall he got 7 goals and 4 assists for us and Newcastle over the Barclays Premier League this season. And he played in 2 of our Champions League games, and he scored 1 heck of a free kick, which is probably going to be in the next episode, guys, when we do the goal of the season and all that jazz. But anyway, moving on to our next player, we're going to talk about John Fleck, the Rock, also in our midfield, playing overall at a 79 rating for a 25-year-old. That is not too shabby, seeming he's been in our team from the start. He's played in 34 appearances for us, scored 4 goals and 7 assists and 18 clean sheets, played in all of our Champions League games and scored 1 goal and had 6 clean sheets. What a player he has become for us, and yes, definitely a solid midfielder for us. Ryan Gold, what can I say about our young Messi? He is phenomenal. He's only 21 and he's only got a rating of 73, so you know he's going to get good as the years progress. But anyway, he made 24 appearances for us in the Barclays Premier League, scored 3 goals and got 5 assists, and in the Champions League he played 7 games and got 2 assists. It was him and Musa on that right side, really, just doing a ton of work, which was fantastic. Oh, sorry, on the left-hand side, which was just really good for us, having those two together. But we'll have to see what we can do in next season, if you guys want a next season, that is, really. Here we go, Negredo, the man we bought in from Valencia, which, you know, it was a lot of money for 6 million, you know. Oh no, sorry, 7.5 we spent on him, and it was basically this season we got him. This is what he did. He appeared in 32 games for us in the Barclays Premier League. He got 17 goals and 6 assists, and in the Champions League, which I bought Negredo in just because we were playing Champions League football, he scored 7 goals and got 2 assists. What a player he has been for us. He's been a breath of fresh air up front with us, and wow, look, just look at that goal total, okay? He scored 28 goals in all competitions. That is just unheard of, and what a season he's had for us. I'm so happy we bought him in. Our next player is, well, let's just say, possibly buy of the season. He's up there with Kabay for me, really. Look, we bought him from Liverpool. We had him last season on loan, and I was really happy with how he played, so I decided to buy him for £1.4 million from Liverpool, and this is what he did. He appeared in 33 Premier League games, scored 19 goals in the Premier League and got 8 assists, and in the Champions League he appeared in all 10 games and got 4 goals and 1 assist, and basically got 26 goals in all competitions. So if my math is right, Negredo and EB combined to make roughly 54 goals in this entire season. 54 goals. That is really impressive. Between 2 strikers to get that many goals in a season, that's probably why we won the Barclays Premier League. And I'm just amazed how good those two have been a good pairing for us. Next is our lovely, lovely player, Mario Streifler. I really like this guy. I think he's a solid backup striker. I'm really happy with him. He's 19 years old, obviously. He's playing an overall of 66, and this is what he did this season. In the Barclays Premier League, he made 11 starts and basically scored 4 goals and 2 assists, and in the Champions League, he only played 1 game and scored nothing and did really pretty much nothing, but as you can see, he is a very good young player. At the age of 19, he is definitely a solid backup for us. And here he is. I like to call him the young Cesc Fabregas of our team, because he literally feels like Cesc Fabregas when you play with him. He just controls the whole flow of the game, and he just has so many great balls and through balls. It's unbelievable. And he's playing overall at 80, an 80 player at the age of 21, and we got him for about, I think, £600,000, and now he's valued at £4.3 million. What a buy, I must say, for myself. But anyway, in the Barclays Premier League, he got 17 appearances, 1 goal and 3 assists, and in the Champions League, he played 5 games and pretty much did nothing and only got 2 clean sheets. But still, at the age of 21, we have a young Cesc Fabregas in our midfield, and I'm so looking forward to seeing what he can do to us next season. Next, we have Lewis Garner, another good young player. He was in and out of the squad due to people being injured, or even if people were getting tired. He's playing at an overall of 65 at the moment. His age is 22, and yeah, he played 9 games in the Barclays Premier League, got 1 assist, and he played in the Champions Cup twice and got 1 assist as well. So for a guy who was just pretty much a bench player, he did pretty solid for us this season. And the same with Connor Thomas. I'm not going to lie, Connor Thomas, age 23, playing at an overall of 66. He played 10 Barclays Premier League games, scored 1 goal, and in the Champions Cup, he played 2 games and scored 1 goal. And those goals he scored, even though he scored 2, I know 2 of those goals were very big games. I can tell you now. One was the absolute trouncing of Spartak Moscow. I know that one was from the Champions Cup. But the Barclays Premier League, I believe he came on and scored when we were down, I believe against one team, and we actually came back and rallied to win that game. So Connor Thomas, fantastic bench player, and especially when players get injured, he can easily fill in their roles. Next is Alex Nimley, a player we bought in this season, which, you know, I'm really happy with because I think he's a solid player. And he was on loan at us you know, in real life at Coventry, and I thought he was a really good loanee for us. But anyway, we bought him here this season, and he's playing an overall of 69. He's a striker, but I normally play him either up front or either on the left or right wing because he's quite quick. This season, he played 24 games, got 6 goals, 2 assists, and he played in the Champions League 6 times and scored 2 goals for us, which is absolutely fantastic for a player who, you know, is basically coming on to just, you know, relieve EB or Negredo or any of our midfielders, really. He's such a good, solid role player. Next is Adam Barton, a player that I absolutely love. I love this guy. Adam Barton's quality. I really, really have enjoyed playing with him for all the seasons I have at Coventry. He's just Mr. Reliable. Him and John Fleck in the early years were just such a good combination, and he is just such a reliable player. But anyway, he's playing overall a 74, and he's aged 26. He played in 19 games in the Barclays Premier League, scored 2 goals and got 1 assist, so I'm really happy how that turned out for him. He played in 8 of our Champions League games, and got 3 assists, which is really good because we needed someone who was a bit tough in our midfield, and that's what he did. Next is Frank Musa, our messiah from last season. Obviously didn't have an amazing season this season because we didn't play him up front, but overall he is playing at a 75. His age is 27. He played 25 games in the Barclays Premier League and scored 4 goals, got 4 assists, and played in 9 games of our Champions League and scored 2 goals and 2 assists. I played him in a lot of our Champions League games due to the fact that we, let's just say, without him last season we wouldn't have been in the Champions League. So I rewarded him with those games, and he actually did quite well. So I'm happy with him. Next is our backup goalkeeper, Ekram. Yep, he didn't play at all, and he's our backup goalkeeper because just in case Underwood got injured, but no, he didn't, and he's quite content being at us, so I'm pretty happy with that. Another backup goalie, just in case anyone else gets hurt, was Michael McGovern. Obviously, you know, he didn't play at all this season, and, you know, we got him quite cheap because I needed a cheap goalie just in case we got any injuries, and, you know, yeah, didn't play anything, but hopefully we might see him next season, maybe. Here we go, Fernandez, who we bought in to our team, but he's on loan at Blackpool. He actually had a good season with Blackpool from the looks of it, and he's now playing at an overall of 68, which is really good for him. And you know what? I'm really happy for him because he's 25. We got him quite cheapish, I believe, from, I think it was Atletico Madrid. And I was really happy with how he fitted into the squad, but obviously he wouldn't make the team, obviously, with Negredo, EB, Nimley, and, you know, the list just goes on. So, you know, he's just really a squad rotation kind of player. And here we have the top scorers in the Barclays Premier League this season, and it's Arsenal's Lewandowski, the beast from Poland, scored 22 games, and then look who's hot at his heels. Jordan Eby with 19 goals, and Negredo with 17, and then followed by Gareth Bale and Hernandez, who were tied with 15 each, and then Andy Carroll with 14 for Everton, which is not too shabby for Big Andy and his lovely ponytail. And here we go, we have assists for this season, and as you can see, Carroll at the top with 12 assists, followed by Bale with 9, then Mandzukic for Chelsea, who had 8, and then look at that, I can't pronounce that name, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that name for Fulham, he had 8, so did Barkley, who had 8, and Suso for Liverpool had 8, and so did Eby, who had 8, so there was a lot tied in third, to be quite frank, which is quite good to see that some of our players actually made it. Here it is, our crowning jewel of the season, I would say, one of them. Ondua had the most clean sheets in the Barclays Premier League for us with 19 against Courtois, who had 16, Lloris, who had 15, and Vermeer, who is an Everton goalkeeper, who had 13, and Joe Hart, who had 12. Wow, what can I say about that, except literally my jaw has dropped. And as you can see, Man United, you know, they're on there with Lindegaard, who had 11. So I don't know where De Gea is. I don't know if they sold him or they got rid of him or whatever. But it's quite bizarre, to be quite frank, that we don't see De Gea up there. And there we go. That is us overall. And I'm so excited to where we are going with Coventry. I'm just really, really happy. I can't get out of my head how great we were. This season has been such a revelation, shall we say, for us. And, you know, because of my hard work, I got Manager of the Season, and I'm completely happy with that. And as you can see, We had an amazing season, and before the start of the season, the club wanted us to qualify for the Champions Cup. Congratulations on exceeding what was expected of you. It's been an amazing season for the team. It makes us very confident that you are the man leading the club forward. Well, I hope so after winning the Premier League, just saying. Next, your performance in the Champions Cup was marvellous. We will continue to expect good things from you. Yeah, even though we lost to Schalke when we should have won, that game still haunts my dreams. And then, obviously, you know, an excellent showing for the team in the domestic cup. And, you know, we pass on our congratulations to the boys. It was great fun to be involved. Yeah, I didn't really care about the domestic cups because we had the Champions Cup. So it was like, not really fussed if we didn't do well in the domestic cup. And then the season budget moving into next season, if you guys want to continue it, is £11 million, with a budget starting at £50,000 for wages. So guys, that actually brings us to the end of the episode of the Part 1 finale. It's been quite a long episode, but the next one's going to be quite short because we're going to have you guys having some fan interaction with some polls and stuff, which is going to be fun, and some prizes will be given away, which will be good. And also, what more can you ask for? This season and this whole series has been so much fun for me, and what more can I ask for other than, you know, thank you for watching. And guys, on the screen right now, you can go watch the previous episode if you want to. You can watch the next episode, which is going to be the finale part 2. If it's already out, you can click the thumbnails on the screens. You can subscribe to my channel if you've enjoyed this FIFA content. If you want to check out any of my channel with any more of my video, board and miniature game content, click that to have a look. You can hit us up on Facebook and Twitter. The links are in the description. It would be good if you leave a like on my page, or if you follow me on Twitter, that would be awesome. So anyway guys, until next week, take care, have a good one, and yes, feels good to finally have won the Barclays Premier League with Coventry.